Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone, my name is Robin J. Emden and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. If you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, you're in exactly the right place. Today, I'm really excited to welcome Jason Van Orden, a pioneer in online business and personal branding. Since 2005, Jason has helped thought leaders expand their reach, create new income streams, and build values-driven business models. He's launched over 60 online courses, taught 10,000 plus entrepreneurs, and achieved 7 figures in course sales with over 8 million podcast downloads. As co-founder of the first ever podcast on internet business and author of the best-selling Promoting Your Podcast, Jason is a sought-after speaker at top conferences like CES and the National Association of Broadcasters. His mission is to empower visionaries to connect with their audience and make a meaningful impact. Let's welcome Jason Van Orden. Jason, welcome.
Thanks, Robin. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm really excited to have you here and happy that you're here too. Whereabouts are you, Jason?
I live in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, that's great. So you're about 5 hours behind me. What's the weather like today? That's a very British thing to ask, I know.
Today, yeah, right. It is sunny, but rather cold outside. Definitely having those December temperatures at the time.
Yeah, we're having a very cold snap here. Well, cold for England. It's about freezing here, so it's good to be indoors on a day like today. So, shall we get on with the questions, Jason?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, so I will start the clock. And we're away. Jason, first, let's talk about what you do. Jason, who is your ideal client, please?
Yeah, my ideal client is a coach or consultant who delivers amazing results for their clients. They're established enough to have worked with a lot of clients and, they know more or less who their ideal client is, but they're at a point in their business where they're starting to notice a plateau in their income and probably realizing that they are the bottleneck in their business because expert-based businesses, we end up being that bottleneck because we only have so much time and energy to create content, share our wisdom, work directly with clients. And so, they're not sure what to change in their business model in order to go to that next level of income and impact. And they're tired of just trying to work harder to get there. And so they need help identifying what to change in their marketing messaging and business model in order to unlock that new growth so they can serve more of the people that they're uniquely positioned to help in the world and reach whatever income and opportunity and freedom fulfillment goals that they have for their business as well.
I love that. That sounds really cool. I'm quite excited about that. So what exactly are the problems that you solve? The question is one problem, but I'm sure you solve many.
Yeah, well, it typically falls into one of a handful of areas. One thing that I help them do is to change their offers, optimize their offers to go from being a one-to-one offering to be one to many. So, going into group offers or using other scalable delivery methods so that, if they're doing a lot of, especially if they're doing a lot of customized proposals, customized offerings and engagements with clients, if they are doing a lot of one-on-one calls with clients, again, where their time and energy is that limitation. So I help them make offers that allow them to expand and work with more people, help more people without it overloading their time and hurting their sanity and without sacrificing the results that they deliver. So there's offers. Another one that I do is I help them a lot with their messaging. When they want to kind of go to that next level, they're realizing, hey, I need to really nail down what it is that sets me apart so I can cut through that noise and emerge and be more visible in the industry. And so I help them refine that messaging and how they deliver it through their content and their lead generation so that they attract more of the ideal clients that they want to work with. And then the third area that I tend to help them with a lot is in something called their signature method. And that is taking their unique approach to helping their ideal client reach their desired outcomes. And every expert has their combination of expertise, tools, perspectives, maybe unique frameworks, their approach that they offer for delivering those results to their clients. And so I help them to codify that and to turn it into something that's more scalable and make it into a brandable intellectual property that can be licensed, can be trained to other people. If you think of like uh, um, like a story brand, is a great example of a good signature method, right? And then now there are lots of consultants who license and use that in their own practice. So I help them establish that. So offers, messaging, and signature method are three of the primary solutions that I help my clients with.
Wow, you've packed in a lot there too. That's amazing, actually, what you offer. It sounds really interesting. Thank you. So, moving swiftly on, what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them solve some of those problems?
Yeah, absolutely. So, something I end up doing with pretty much every client that comes to work with me, whatever we're doing, whether we're optimizing an offer, creating a new offer, upgrading their messaging, we do something called customer discovery, which is a form of customer research. I know a lot of people like, they know their clients well and they talk to a lot of people, maybe run surveys, get responses to their content, and that helps inform them of what's going on to the market that they serve. But something that often gets overlooked is actually having conversations one-on-one with people who fit the definition of your ideal client and asking lots of open-ended questions about their experience, what they want to achieve, what they think is holding them back, what they've tried before and didn't work, so that all of this stuff can inform messaging and all of this stuff can inform the offers that you're putting out there. And so if I were to give one free thing, it'd be go and find 5 people that, some of them can be current or past clients. I would also encourage them to talk to people who fit the definition of a client but haven't become a client yet, and ask a lot of those open-ended questions. What are they experiencing now? Where they want to go, and what's getting in their way? And if you can paint a really detailed picture in the language that they use to describe those things, everything gets much easier at that point.
Yes, thank you. That's a hugely valuable free action as well. I love that. Thank you so much. So now we know a little bit, quite a lot a bit about what you do. Let's talk about goal busting, meaning how you make the best use of your productive time to achieve your own business goals, Jason. So could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's something that helps me a lot. And I'll put out there that I have been diagnosed with ADHD. And so, something that's very common in ADHD, and a lot of entrepreneurs and, creative people also have some of those tendencies, is that it's very important that I fuel my curiosity and that I have novelty and newness in what I do. If something's not really engaging my interest, it gets exponentially harder to find the time and motivation and energy to do things. And so if I'm finding a lot of resistance or something's feeling like a real slog, or I'm not doing something consistently enough that I know I need to, one simple question, and there's a couple different formats, but essentially kind of the same question, is I ask myself, how can I make this more fun? How can I make this more fun? And that might be trying a new approach. That might be, hey, playing around with a little bit of AI to see if it can help me, that, turning it into an experiment, learning something new. Or I might ask, like, hey, what's piquing my curiosity? How can I bring my curiosity and engage it with this process in a new way? And then I find that, I start getting that dopamine hit and that excitement to move forward. So whether or not you have ADHD, I think that's a worthy thing to like keep as a tool in the toolkit, is how to make it more fun.
Totally agree. Absolutely, 100% agree with you. Perfect answer. So, finally, Jason, I always love this question because I never know what's going to come up, and I always find the answers fascinating. What should I have asked you today, Jason, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Yeah. Well, let me just just briefly say something a little bit more about that ADHD. There are a lot of people in the world that are increasingly realizing they've had ADHD all their life, and there is a segment of the population that are neurodiverse, and there's really a spectrum there. It's like you've got autism and you've got ADHD and this whole rainbow of neurodivergence. And one of the most beneficial things for me in my career, my creativity, my motivation, my productivity was learning that I actually indeed do have ADHD, and then really diving into understanding what it really is and what's executive dysfunction and emotional dysregulation, and like how do these things affect me in my day to day, and then what are the tools that I can use to navigate that, because it's both sometimes a challenge and hindrance, as well as it can be for lack of a better word, a superpower at times too. And I like to be aware of both sides of that. So just to throw that out there, that if anybody's listening and they're like, yeah, you know what, sometimes I've wondered if that might be a case for me, go find a professional to talk to about it and see if there's something to explore there. Because if that is a part of your makeup, it's so beneficial to know and to get the support out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And to embrace it too. It's part of who you are. So find a way to work with it, not see it as something that works against you. There's so many things like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. We overrun a little bit, but I don't mind because I call that bonus material, and that was really valuable bonus material too. I completely appreciate what you were saying there, and appreciate you for sharing that with us today. Thank you.
Sure thing.
So, Jason, important question. How can people reach you? And a bit of a cheeky question. When they reach you,
Okay.
is there like a valuable free resource that they could pick up from you to connect with you as well at the same time?
Sure thing. So my website is jasonvanorden.com. And if you visit there, there's a newsletter link at the top. The reason why I mention that is that's a way to get access to some of my free resources. I have a lot of them, and depending on where you find me, you might see a different, like, hey, get this freebie or that, because I try to match it to. But like, if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get the intro email and reply to me and go like, hey, I was really intrigued by this thing that you said, or here's something that I'm dealing with right now and that I'm looking for help with, that I probably have a free resource very specific. It's probably like a framework and a mini training and like something that very actionable that I could send you. And I love sharing those tools with people. So that would be my recommendation for anybody looking for that, to connect with me in that way.
Brilliant. You sound like a really useful guy to know. That sounds wonderful. And I will be putting your email, your website address. It'll be on the screen for people that are watching this on YouTube. You've said it audibly for people listening to it on the podcast. And also, I will include links to it, hot links to it, in any of the descriptions that come out with this podcast and YouTube video as well. So people will definitely be able to find you, and I hope they do. I think it sounds amazing what you do, and you have a wealth of experience and knowledge there. And thank you so much for sharing that in just a handful of minutes today. I think you've packed so much in. Jason, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, and bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate, and review it on your favorite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.